Mm-mm. Man,
Yeah,
it's May.
man.
It's May already. May. Jesus.
Serious.
Weeks going by like months. Welcome to the Free the Cage podcast, where we lock into a free state of mind each and every pay week on all DSPs, of course. I got my main guy, my ace, my left when my right is weak, Shawn, better known as Mr. Seniorly in all your socials.
You know.
And me, I'm Kenny, man, also known as Ken Kapnick on all those socials. But today, it's May, man. Weather's nice. It's looking good. You know what I mean? How you been? How you been the last couple of weeks, man?
I've been good, man. Like you said, since the weather's getting better, it does something to your spirit, right? You actually start planning for outdoor activities and shit like that. So it's been cool, man. Work is smooth, busy.
Yeah. A good thing, good / bad thing with work and good weather, you really start counting your PTO days.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're like, if I carried a 1 over, maybe I could do all my Tuesdays for the rest of the summer.
Yeah. And the funny thing with PTO, I got so much in the tuck from 2020.
You ready?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those COVID days add up. You know what I mean? They do add up. Not mad at that at all.
For real. So, we start off every pod focusing on awareness. So,
Yes.
actually, this month is AAPI month, Asian American Pacific Islander. And then also it's Mental Health Awareness Month. So in the same sentence, we're talking about one group of people, a community that right now is really they're in a terrible state. A lot of things are happening, and we're going to get into that as we go through the episode. But we really just want to send our thoughts and our, prayers and blessings to the AAPI community and just stop the hate, man, for real.
Gotta stop it.
Yeah.
Happy to have an awareness month as well. But Dr. Umar, I don't know if you caught that little clip on, I think, The Breakfast Club. He brought it up. He had a couple things to say, but we'll get to that. I was a little nervous, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
A couple things we missed since the last episode. Derek Chauvin, they was able to find him guilty on all counts.
Yeah.
Those 3 counts, though, was 2nd-degree murder, 3rd-degree murder, and 2nd-degree manslaughter.
Right.
Now, I was a little confused because I'm like, he killed him. So what are the 3 levels of this kill that they broke it down to? For those that don't know, 2nd-degree murder is an unintentional killing while committing a felony. The 3rd-degree murder was a dangerous act and inventing a deprived mind. And 2nd-degree manslaughter was culpable negligence during unreasonable risk. I was like, damn, I didn't know you could die so many different ways in front of a pair of your look-arounds. But yeah, they got him. He's done. Sentencing is June 25th. We could just hope and pray they throw the book at him. You know what I mean? But with these whole cop killings, you never really know. Might get a slap on the wrist, might just get probation. Just pray he don't get permanent vacation with pay. That's all we really want. You know what I mean? Just some sort of I think LeBron said it the best, accountability. It has to happen.
Absolutely. And listen, look at it whatever way you want, right? Some people are like, this isn't justice yet. To your point, it's accountability, right? But then I like what Papoose said. He said, for a brother like me, where I come from, this is a win. This is a big win because we've seen cops get away with so much that to finally see him get exactly the verdict.
Correct. Finally.
Exactly. The verdict that he deserved. That's the part about this. That's the big win. So whatever way you feel about it, understand. We get that it's a long road, but this is a big win. Now, to your point, the sentencing, that's where we really need to see justice.
Correct. Because, listen, I'm happy the jury was in and out. It wasn't a long deliberation for months on end. Shit, they had a video showing exactly what happened from many angles, you know what I mean? But it's all down to the sentencing. They have to follow up on the initial. Without it, it's kind of like love lost, you know what I mean? Like we were happy. We're very caught up with what happened as far, the verdict was what we wanted. Great. Follow through. You know what I mean? That's what we want. Accountability. You can't just kill someone on the street like they're an animal. They're not. Every life is important. especially George Floyd. So we'll see, man. June 25th. I'm
Quick
pretty sure they're
question.
going to push it back, but we'll see.
How did you feel when you heard it?
I was nervous. I was nervous as hell because I was, I think I was watching on my phone, like little Twitter, CNN live thing. Just watching it. Like, guy comes out, you know, boom, 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 boom. Guilty on all charges. I was like, woo! Felt like a family member was relieved of something that they no longer had to deal with anymore. You know, but I was super nervous. Hands was sweating and shit.
Yeah.
Like, fake, like, felt like I was on trial. Like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But, you know, I wasn't going away. You know, but it was very nerve-wracking. How did you feel? Did you get to see it live?
Yeah. Like, we were out shopping, so we had just made it home right before the judge came to to read the verdict. So literally right where we're at, we're sitting here, hands sweating, all of that, nervous, and just waiting for him to read it. And with each guilty, it was like, get him.
Whew, yeah.
Get him.
Facts.
Get him. You know what I mean? And then the cut scenes to the celebrations and seeing Jesse Jackson crying and Al Sharpton, his family, like, it was powerful.
Yeah, it was. It was good to see. You know what I mean? It was you felt those hugs through the TV.
Yo.
You know what I mean? Like,
Facts.
Felt like grandma hugging you at the barbecue.
Yeah.
Like you felt those hugs, you know?
Yeah, but the one thing that made me nervous was Derek Chauvin's face.
You know, it's funny you bring that up because I'm watching his face because the camera's panned to him during the whole verdict read.
Right.
And you only can see him from the nose up. He had a mask on, but his eyes was like, for real?
Yeah.
For real? And then the third one, he was like, oh, I'm going to jail.
Yeah.
These niggas, I thought we would. He almost looked like he was betrayed.
Yeah.
Like somebody told him, you're going to be fine. Don't worry about it. Just go through the process.
Yep.
Slap on the wrist. We'll get these thrown out. Little probation. And as they was reading off, he's just like, my lawyer's a fucking liar. Each and every charge, you know. But it was happy to see fear in his eyes.
Yeah,
I was happy to see it.
Yeah, like just like you said, the eyebrow went up. Looked super confused. Like, you talking to me? Like, is this the right
looking
trial?
around like,
yeah. So I was very concerned by that, man. And then he had, I think, the lawyer's number on his hand when he was walking him in the back. They did like a zoom in on his hand, and you see like some ink on his hand, and there's rumors that was his lawyer's number to call him after the fact or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So
appeal. ASAP.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like he wrote it down just in case this doesn't go your way. Call me, cause.
Yeah, it was wild.
Man.
There was a tweet that day that caught my eye from Alexandria Cortez, also known as AOC.
Yes, yes.
I love her. I don't know why, but I'm in love with her.
Shout out to AOC.
New York. But she tweeted that a family had to lose a son, brother, and father, that a teenage girl had to film and post a murder, that millions across the country had to see, organize, and march just for George to get some sort of justice.
Yeah.
You know, but the verdict is not a substitute for policy change, because even in light of all that unraveled, nothing's changed. In the middle of his verdict read, another black person was shot with a knife, and he claimed like he was gonna stab someone. All right, pull out the taser. The taser works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, me and your sister, we kind of got into a fake heated debate. Like, you know what I mean? Because, you know, I was at the house maybe 2 or 3 days after the verdict. She was like, hey, did you see the news? I'm like, yeah, they got him finally. I'm like, there's got to be change. And she goes, you know, you can't really change what's there. You just got to hope for the best. I'm like, hope? I'm like, Mom, you've been going to church for Sundays for decades. Like, how much hope can there be? You know what I mean? Like, they shouldn't have guns. She was like, well, you can't take guns from all cops. I'm like, I'm not saying take guns from cops, but keep them in the trunk.
Yeah.
Keep them in the trunk. No point in them being on your waistband. Keep the taser with you. If there's an event or situation that calls for a gun, go to the trunk. Get the gun. Thugs do it all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? There should be no reason why you need it on your hip 24 hours a day during your shift when you're not really going to be using it that often to de-escalate an issue. And she's like, no. Then she kind of, you know, turned off from me. She didn't want to talk about it. And I'm like, Oh, so you don't want to talk about it no more? Like, you know what I mean? Because we have a difference of opinion on it. She's a little like taken back. I was like, all right, Ma. Thanks for the catfish, but all right. Like,
yeah. I mean, I get it, right? Like, shit happens and you may need your gun on your hip to react quickly. But at the same time, there's too many times proven that they're not capable of using it in the right instances.
Often.
You know what I mean? Like, in the heat of the moment, if gunshots are going off, then I get it.
Correct.
You're training, you're right. You go to your training. But we've seen in these two instances unnecessary force.
Yep.
And when do we get to the point where a mistake cannot have a fatal, you know what I mean, conclusion, and we just walk away from it? Like there has to be some sort of...
It happens too often.
Yeah, there has to be some sort of change, some sort of reform. So to your point, if it has gotten to the point where we got to treat them like 5-year-olds, right? You don't know how to take care of your shit, we take it away from you for a while.
Have to.
You just go out there with a taser and that's it. Until you learn how to, use a fatal object properly or a firearm properly, you don't get to use it.
And her argument was, you can't take their guns away because everybody else has guns. I go, yeah, but that's why we call SWAT. I'm like, you ever seen them go do a no-knock warrant? Like, everybody has heavy artillery.
Yeah.
For one guy who might have did something bad, call the people with the bigger guns to go do what they got to do. This isn't, you don't need it on each and every person. They got a shotgun sitting in between them. They have extra ammo in the trunk. Taser on this side, gun this side. Accountability, man.
No, yeah.
Can't break it down more than what it is.
Yeah, I feel terrible, man. Blessings to Daunte Wright's family. Yeah. That was just terrible. Terrible to see, man. And then I think the girlfriend was in the passenger seat. So seeing that firsthand, it's incredible. For a warrant. For a bench warrant.
A bench warrant. And he was pulled over, though.
Yeah.
No?
And where was he going to go? Like, honestly, if you drive away from me, right? Like, I totally get it. We're trying to prevent further harm that person may cause while driving recklessly. But at the same time, where was he going to go? And
even if he left, you have all his information right here on your computer. His address, his car color, who he's with right now. Yeah. You have all that information accessible. Let him go run. We're gonna get you. We got a gang bigger than you. We will find you.
You get on the walkie-talkie. Yeah, he just took off north, heading on whatever. You know what I mean?
They're gonna. There's other ways to do the job.
Absolutely.
Other ways.
And we go from a family crying because they lost their son to a family pissed off at their son. Like, why didn't you just listen to the cops?
Yeah.
They gave you every opportunity to just do things the right way.
That's who.
So hey, man.
It's a double-edged sword because a majority of the time the person on the wrong side of the cop, they're fearful. A majority of the time, if it's dude, I just robbed a bank, I'm running from them for a reason, that's one thing. But when you get pulled over and you're like, damn, did I run that stop sign? You know what I'm saying? It's a little thing, then it's not sure what it is.
Yeah. And then in that same breath, who's the next person? Micaiah Wright, the girl,
the girl got shot with the knife.
Yeah.
That unfolded on camera a lot quicker than most body cam. I think they put that out so fast because they probably felt he had a case with her having a knife and going towards another party. But even with that, a taser would have worked fine. Yeah, nobody would have died.
And that was during the trial.
Yeah,
that was during the verdict.
The verdict was getting read.
As the verdict, you know what I mean? Another innocent life lost.
Yep.
Oh man, like there was so much worry about guns on the street in the hands of random people. Now we're worrying about guns in the hands of
authority.
Exactly.
And we, as the public, assume they're going through all the stages and protocols to carry this weapon all time.
Yeah.
And it's a 6-week program.
Yeah.
Where, people train longer for less evasive jobs.
Yeah.
shit, it'll take you 12 weeks to learn my job.
Yep.
And I'm at a computer all day. You know what I mean? Like, it's the weirdest thing. I don't know.
And then what about the family shout out at the end after the verdict? That got a little too much for me. Derek Chauvin.
He had a family shout out?
No, George Floyd. Like, so there was a press conference after the verdict was read. And what's the name? Ben Crump goes up there. And he's like surrounded by Al Sharpton, Jesse Jackson, couple of George Floyd's family members, the legal team. He was like, you know, the cousin down there and this person from New York. And it was like, yo, like, I get it.
He got caught up in a moment.
Yo,
like, he really got caught up in a moment.
Like, it really felt like when the Celtics won the championship and KG was like, anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
Yo, but I get it, but that was a little too much for me.
He got caught up in a moment. He couldn't control himself. Man. Could not control himself. More terrible news. Jesus Christ. North Carolina. A couple days ago, they had to declare a state of emergency ahead of body camera footage being released for Andrew Brown Jr. Now, his family did a personal autopsy while we're waiting for this camera footage to be released. But within that autopsy, they see he got shot in the back of the head. I don't care what the camera says. Nothing deems that okay. Yeah. So, it's supposed to be like 8 or 9 different body camera angles from all the cops. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, what's his name? He said, only in this country can you have the trial of Derek Chauvin be interrupted by the death of Daunte Wright, then be interrupted by the death of Adam Toledo, to be interrupted by the death of Ma'Khia Bryant, and now this, and with Andrew Brown. Like, it never stops.
No.
Like, and there's no pause button.
No.
Because you can't stop policing, because emergencies will continue to happen. So, I throw my hands up. I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
And it's at that point where it's like, all right, if taking the guns isn't the answer, right? Then what is? You know what I mean? Like,
believe it or not, in Newark, they just celebrated not too long ago a whole year, maybe 14 months without a police shooting whatsoever.
Right. Ramel was talking about that. Yeah.
Crime has dropped. Nobody died.
Yeah.
And now with this, the community are starting to trust them more as far as, oh, you really are here to protect and serve.
Exactly.
That's what's up. Nobody died. You don't have to reach for your gun that quick. You know what I mean? And when cops from the neighborhood police the neighborhood, it's a better scenario. I don't know. Having somebody in Utah and just dropping them on Notion in church, hoping for the best. Like he's never seen this much traffic in a 10-minute span. He's just gun on hip all day.
Right.
Up the block from Dunkin' Donuts. Like, I don't know, man. It's got to be a better way.
No, yeah. Definitely, man. Definitely.
Gotta be a better way.
Hopefully we figure it out. Hopefully.
On a lighter note, talk to me about the capes, man. The women in their capes. Talk to me.
So, you know how we do on this show, man. We like to bring some really interesting, real fun topics to get your opinion and just discuss. So, this came from actually a very cool coworker of mine's, right? And we know the ladies are going to relate. And we're calling them capes because we know that you're all superheroes.
Yes.
But every girl has that go-to sweater. It's a sweater that is on your seat at work if you're still going into the office, or maybe at home in the work chair that you use, or maybe it's just lying around somewhere. And for some reason, you always end up in that sweater because you're always cold, right?
Yep. So
we just wanted to say shout out to the go-to sweaters, keeping these superhero ladies warm.
Keeping them warm.
You know what I mean? Because it's a guarantee, man. Like, I haven't been on one Zoom where one lady wasn't wrapped in a sweater and just like sitting there all wrapped up, continuously doing the cover up and then going about their business, man. So I'm telling you,
it's okay, man. Bruce Wayne must transform into something. You know what I mean?
That's it.
They throw it on. Whoosh, it's time.
Yeah, man.
Not only warmth, but I'm here.
Yeah, definitely. I got a question for you, man.
Oh man, I'm nervous.
I got a question. Would you have a vasectomy if you no longer wanted to have kids?
No. And I'll tell you why. I will tell you why. Granted, my pull-out game is weak. This is documented. You know,
my man couldn't pull out of a parking garage.
Not at all. Not at all. But no. I just see no point in my member going under the knife. I just can't. Nah, man, I can't.
I'm not with it.
Like, I get it. I wouldn't want kids anymore if I was mentally there. But even if I didn't want kids anymore, like, I'll just take the precautions I need to make sure I don't.
Yeah.
Right? You know, condoms and...
Yeah, I was about to say, you put on a condom.
No, but, hey, if it's... God, I need to drop a guideline here. Like, but, hey, man, wear condoms, man. You got to protect yourself from all diseases, you know, possible pregnancies. I know it takes two to tango, but a lot of people can't dance well. So just wear your condoms, man. Be careful out in these streets. But me, personally, no vasectomy. Can't do it. I would just have to work on my pull-out game even more.
Me neither. Like, I'm just a fan that who am I to get in the way of God's plan?
Right.
You know what I mean?
You know what
like,
that's not my job.
Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to stop God's plan, so I'm not going to do nothing to harm myself because God's going to look at me and be like, I didn't tell you to do that shit.
Tell you
like,
that shit.
You know, so yeah, I agree, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You can't go under the knife all the time. Like you see these girls go out of town, go to that country, go to Mexico under the knife. Like, I read the reviews. It was great.
Yep.
2 months later, surgery didn't go well. Oh nah, they left the gauze in your ass.
He said they left the gauze.
Yeah, that's not. That wasn't supposed to be there. Like, we gotta take that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bad. You can't be messing with God's creation.
I agree.
Be happy with what you got, and if you don't like what you got, improve it naturally. Working out, skin routines, whatever you gotta do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just don't call a doctor, man. It's not. Unless it's inside or something else, you know what I mean? Then you got to go to a doctor because you can't see that. Yeah. But, yeah, man, it's got to be a better way.
Yeah,
not the knife.
I agree.
Not the knife.
I agree. I'm definitely not going back to condoms. I can tell you that much.
Nah.
But,
Random question. Nah, you know what? We married. I didn't want to get into it. I'm about to say, do you remember the last time you walked in and said, let me get a 3-pack?
I know, right?
Let me get a 3-pack of that.
I don't even know how much they cost anymore.
I don't want to know. I don't need to know. It's, whatever it is, it's a waste of money in my... No.
Please, we should have the little disclaimer roll at the bottom. Like,
we're gonna put. If you don't see it, we didn't get the edit yet, but it's coming on one of these episodes. You're gonna see the disclaimer.
Please,
don't
listen, we are not telling anybody to follow our beliefs. We are married men. We don't have to worry about that stuff.
Yeah, man.
But please do what's right by you.
Yeah, if you're singling and mangling, cover up.
Yeah. So another thing to not feel safe about, right? Mm-hmm. Citizens Act. The other day, bro, like a lot of shit be popping up and it's like, oh, wow. Oh, damn. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah. Yo, the other day, that shit said 0.3 miles. Female assaulted. I was like...
You looking out the block like, where's my wife?
Yo. Like, I had to make sure she was still in the room. I'm like, yo...
It's too close for comfort sometimes.
I'm telling you.
Like I get it. It's to alert you if something is going wrong in your immediate vicinity. Yeah. I get it. But some of that shit be too close. Like, when you have the ability to hit the live button, you be like, whoa, I'm too close. You start shutting the blinds on the windows.
Yeah. Like, you're like, I know that store. Like, they got the ill jerk chicken. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nah. So that shit said 0.3 miles away. So just like you said, I'm looking out the window. I'm like, is she good? Like, it's a female assaulted. Like, I felt bad.
Yeah.
But then it's like, I ain't gonna leave the crib. Like, I hope
like,
somebody
should be like
something.
Man with a gun 2 blocks away. We like
lock the doors.
Lock the doors. Like, I was gonna go to the store, but I'm gonna wait 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm
hell
gonna let
yeah.
him keep running.
Hell yeah. Uber Eats is looking real good right now.
Word. Hope it ain't him.
Hell yeah. So this one we're gonna dive into a little bit deep because I really like this one. A friend of mine's posted it on Instagram, and I think a lot of y'all will really like this. The question is, why do people give essay answers for yes or no questions?
All right. 2 reasons. One, when the question is stated, there's never a prerequisite of, hey, this following question is a yes or no response only. When you give it to a child, you go, hey, yes or no, da-da-da-da-da-da. That's the question, right? As an adult, we kind of move on. You feel you don't have to explain that part at the beginning to ask this question. Like, hey, what do you, like, going to the store? That's a yes or no question.
Right.
You get the long soliloquy. It's not what you want. It's like, but not sure. Not sure why people just can't use the same common sense of when people go, hey, how's your day? 98% of the time, good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that 2%, when they go, drop the purse, take off the shoe, let me tell you. And you just like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
This is...
You better be comfortable.
Yeah. Get your juice ready.
Yeah.
I'm about to tell you how my day was since you asked. But that yes or no, it's tough, man.
Yeah.
Did you ever get a response from your coworker?
So, honestly, I didn't ask them per se. You know what I mean? We talked about it because we have the same point of view in a certain sense where we would like short answers.
Yeah.
But it doesn't exist, especially in today's world, right? So you make a great point when we talk about children. Can you actually put yes or no question in front of a question to an adult without making them feel
belittled?
Yes. You know what I mean? Because we all, like they say, know your clientele, right?
This is true.
You know your friends, you know the people you work with, you even know your family. And there's certain ways you have to ask certain people a question without them feeling offended.
My answer to that, hey, it's 2021. When you say something serious in text, you follow up with a LOL.
Yeah, that's true.
Just put that LOL in front of the question these days. I was like, haha, yo, yes or no, want to know. Da-da-da-da-da-da. You still might get the long answer, but hey, you did your part. You tried. You did your part.
Yeah, but, and I mean, just on that, I remember the first time I seen somebody put LOL, but they was on video, and I'm like, they not laughing. That blew my mind a long time ago. Long time ago.
I'm always laughing with my LOLs.
Yeah, hell yeah. But so great point. Where I think it comes from is literally when we were kids. If you look at any time you took anything literary, any tests, any reading, they would say, tell us your answer and why.
Correct.
So we've been programmed since we were kids to not just say yes, but to explain our actions for why we think it's yes or no.
You think it's PTSD?
I think so. I think everybody sees like whoever was the authority figure that used to drill into them, yes, why? Or what do you mean, no? Because I know I say it to Darius now. Like, what do you mean, no?
Straight face.
Yeah.
Like, and they just be like, no. They say no differently.
Yeah.
They don't give me an answer. They go,
Yeah.
Like, nah, it's not what I needed.
Exactly.
That's
so
funny.
That's just my theory, guys. I'm not saying that's what it is. I don't want nobody coming after me. All I'm saying is we do carry a lot of the shit that we went through as kids into adulthood. So it's even to the point of how we respond to questions, right? Yeah. Some people automatically think that they gotta take you from the beginning to the end, all the way through, just to explain their yes or their no.
They're giving you the introduction, the chapters, the cliff notes.
Seriously, the previews, the outtakes.
Said at the end, like,
yo, I'm telling you,
yes
I've seen meetings, hour long, one question, 20 minutes, because of the dragged out yes or no. And it's crazy because you're trying to be fair. You're trying to give the person a chance to explain themselves. But then it's like, we've wasted all this time.
You know what? That might be a small pet peeve of mine. If I see me asking a question that I expected a short answer from, I get a long, drawn-out response. And at the end of the response, I'm like, my nigga, you didn't answer the question.
Thank you.
That shit drives me nuts. I'm like, I gotta ask this shit again.
Thank you.
And I don't even want to know the answer now.
You're gonna get the first answer part 2.
It's like, oh, and another thing. I'm like, bruh. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna text you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text you, bruh. I can't do
Yep.
this no more. I think that pisses me off more often than not because I hate repeating myself. So if you made me wait to even repeat myself, it's even worse.
That's a real problem.
Even worse.
Yeah. So please reach out to us. Tell us how you feel.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
let us know how to get shorter answers from questions that don't deserve them. Let us know.
yes. Please.
Oh man, COVID. We getting into it early.
You know what? Yeah, let's knock it out, man. I know you hate this topic.
I'm
Everybody
tired
hates
of
it,
it,
right?
man.
It stopped it. It stopped our world. All right?
Went outside back.
Yes, we do.
Where are you?
So we're a year in to the what I like to call now the Pandelina spice, right? That's my nickname for pandemic.
Time out. We didn't run this in pre-pro. You said Pandelina and spice?
Yeah.
I'm listening.
So we're a year in to the Pandelina spice, right? That's the pandemic we're in, and every other month she gets more spicy, right? Pandelina's out of control.
All
right? So now J&J. Remember, this was the new one-shot vaccine that was supposed to change the game and really knock out COVID. But if you've been paying attention to the news, and you know, I mean, I ain't Jamaican, but blood clots are a thing with this damn vaccine, and some people damn near almost lost their life.
Now, if we're playing the numbers game, yes, there were some people. And by some, I mean like 8 out of like 8 million. It's like 0.0002%. Like, you know,
absolutely.
That's a pretty good percentage. You know,
Absolutely.
Don't get it. Hey, I feel bad for those that got the bad end of the Johnson & Johnson stick.
Right.
But I would be willing to take my chances with the one shot. You know what I mean? I haven't got my vaccine. Don't think I'm going to do it. But if I did, I would definitely still go the Johnson & Johnson route. Just give me one, man. We'll see what happens. Because there's still not enough data anyway. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So I think the warning right now, so they had paused it for a second. CDC paused it. Hospitals weren't giving it any of the vaccination pods. They just released it back for, distribution with some warnings. So I believe it's women under the age of 50 or over the age of 50. There is the chance of clotting and I believe some other disease. The Johnson & Johnson.
No. Over 50 or under 50?
I want to say, I got to research it. I don't want to put the wrong information out there. But they made a regulation that now it's going to come with a warning of women around the age of 50 and it can cause clotting and things of that nature. And I think there was even a man now. So it's changed. There was a man that actually had some clotting issues from the Johnson & Johnson vaccine.
Wait, only women were...
Initially, when they halted it, it was just in women that they were seeing the clotting.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But now they had this man that got it. So now that changed everything. So now they're just giving the warning of what it may do. So I think they're regulating the age of who can take it. Like, it's crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
Johnson & Johnson, man. If you only got time for one, do your Johnson & Johnson.
Yep.
What some people have been doing was, because Pfizer and Moderna, they're a 2-shot process still. Mm-hmm. I think it's 2 to 3 weeks in between shots. Mm-hmm. People been getting the first shot, but not showing up for the second. Like, I don't like, you signed up for this one, so you got to do both. But you was mentioning earlier, it might be out of fear.
Yeah.
People been hearing, hey, the second one's a doozy.
Yeah, man.
Make sure you're off the next day. Make sure you got Tylenol with you. You're gonna need it.
Yeah.
But you can't not show up for the second one, people.
Right.
That's not a disclaimer. I'm telling you. If you took the first one of a 2-part series, you gotta take the second part.
Yes.
Hands down.
Please do. Like, I get it. Some of the stories, man, I mean, people couldn't get out of bed. And this is just being honest. I mean, it's a new vaccine. You know what I mean? It's not the usual way of injecting you with a form of the virus. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's protein synthesized, so it's going to have different reactions. So if you do that and you don't get the second shot, man, I don't know what to tell you. You're not fully vaccinated. And a lot of the things you see now, they're integrating vaccination requirements into a lot of shit. And before you know it, you're going to need it to do a lot more shit that you like to do.
Yeah.
So
I got to renew my passport. I got a feeling.
Yeah, man.
Hey, can you send a copy of your vaccination card? I'm like, what? Like, I mean, working on it?
Yeah.
Hope not.
Yeah, wifey took me to a Nets game. Mm-hmm. I had to show my Excelsior pass at least like 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
They not playing.
Wait, the first time you showed it at the door wasn't good enough?
Nope. Like, so when you first get there, you show it to the person right outside the arena. And this isn't VIP access, guys. I'm not rich, right? So I get on a regular ass person line. I show my shit at the front. They let you in. Then you go to another line where they're actually taking your temperature. If you have the vaccination, like fully vaccinated, or the Excelsior pass, they send you over to a faster section.
Okay.
Right? So then when you get over there now, you have to show it again before you even have to take off your stuff for them to search you in security. Damn. Then after that, that's when they finally ask you for your ticket. So
if I have a vaccination card and a gun, I'm good. Just saying. It's like, that's crazy. Matt, if I got in, you think I don't know.
Yeah.
You thought I kept sneaking past all these levels?
Yo, like my wife was getting upset. Like, she was like, "What the fuck?" Because she kept putting her card away,
thinking, trying to save it. You don't want to lose it.
Exactly. Yeah, man. It's crazy.
The CEO of Pfizer, he suggested that a third dose of COVID-19 vaccine within 12 months of being fully vaccinated may be required. Mm-hmm. So it's look like it's turning into a yearly kind of thing with his math.
I tell you what, if they got Chloe giving the shots from Chloe and Haley, I'll take the 3rd, 4th, 5th.
That was random.
I'll be out there like LeBron James, like not 4, not 5, not 6.
Yeah.
They got her giving the shots. I'm showing up. I'm doing my part to keep the world safe. If Chloe's giving the vaccination shots,
I'm out. I can't even argue that. I'm not,
Chloe Bailey.
I got nothing.
And this is how you speed up vaccinations. Listen to me. You get these hot celebrities, men and women, to give the shots. There'd be a long ass line out of every CVS, Rite Aid.
It's that, sir, you were here an hour ago. It's like, both arms, right? If he was a woman, who would you want shooting you?
I'm not answering that question.
All right, pause.
That's a trap. That's a trap.
It's a setup. It's a setup. I've seen this.
But we'll put that out there. That's a good one. We'll
Yes.
put that out there for the ladies to answer.
If you are a lady in fear of getting the vaccine, but you can choose any celebrity to give it to you to kind of make it interesting for yourself. Who would you pick?
Great question. Yeah.
Who would you
and the
pick?
men. We'll put it out there because we know everybody has different preferences.
You know what I mean?
Who would be your preference to give you your vaccine shot and why?
I hope somebody does like a Twitter poll for that.
Yeah.
Say 17% of the population focused on one person.
Yeah.
Could somebody pay that person to administer these shots?
Listen, phlebotomy, I mean, I'm not trying to diminish the field, but you know, you can teach someone how to give a shot.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I mean,
for the good of the country, for the fate of the world.
Hey, it's not just you. It's for everybody.
That's right.
Oh, man. What else? Oh, this last little bit of COVID news. Joe Rogan. He encouraged healthy young people not to get the vaccine. His show on Spotify is the most listened and popular show on the streaming giant. His words, although all are his personal opinion, goes to a lot of ears. People listen to you. Some people just listen to critique, but some listen to carry out. So, I don't know. I don't know how to take it. 'Cause, like, I have my own personal belief as far as vaccinations, but granted, I'm putting this out there for anybody to see. But when you have a larger audience, you got to be more careful for what you're putting out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know. I wish everyone the best, man. But hey, Joe Rogan, he says, don't do it if you're healthy. Tricky, slippery slope.
Yeah, I mean, Joe probably has access to some information that we all don't have. True. And to your point, it's his view. On this podcast, we tell you do your research. Yeah, we ain't going to tell you yes or no.
You got to do your research.
Do your research. That's my answer.
Last question. I'm hearing stories of people who are fully vaccinated still getting COVID.
Yeah.
Is the mask more effective than the vaccine?
That's to be 100% honest, the mask and distance is always going to be the better go-to than the vaccination. If you really think about it, I mean, anything you do personally to protect yourself with limited contact with anybody is always going to put you at, you know, better advantage.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it just limits your experience and what you can do. That's the only problem.
Nothing within 60 inches.
Yeah. To me, there's no amount of science that can outweigh your own personal actions of staying safe. I mean, to be honest, that's why I know some people who still have not gone out of the house and been around people that they haven't been around the whole pandemic. Like, they're not even going to some of the job activities that we went hiking this past Saturday. Great hike, by the way. And we all were safe distance. Nobody was in each other's face. Hell, nobody had time. They was trying to survive. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
All right.
Great question, though.
Curious.
Yeah.
Let me know your thoughts out there. Let me know your thoughts.
Indeed.
Moving on to politics.
Ooh.
Not really politics. It's like a politics / reimbursement.
Stimmies. It's Stimmy time, y'all.
The IRS will be distributing monthly stimulus checks up to $300 per child for low-income families.
Yes, sir.
There will be a $3,600 tax credit in 2021, and I think it's like a checks and balances thing. They'll give you $300 a month. Whatever you didn't receive by the end of the year, they'll give it the rest of you in your taxes next year.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm down. Like,
yeah.
I feel low income. I'm not rich. So keep
and you know, that's always funny, right? That's where it always gets tricky, because there was even something about some extra reimbursement for last year that I looked into. So I went through the whole application program, and then it gets to that part where it asks you about the household income. And you're like,
start looking around like Everybody?
Yeah, you know, like even if you're married and you file separately, you gotta include them. I was like, oh man, and then you start looking at the little
brackets?
graph.
Start looking at the brackets,
Bruh. Yo, so for who it benefits, that is awesome. Please, all I ask is that you be smart with the money.
Yeah.
Because at some point, similar to the insurances, right? They were waiving everything. Now they're coming back for everything through your premiums. They're gonna come back for this money some way, somehow.
True.
You know what I mean? It ain't all gonna fall on the rich. It's gonna hit us eventually, right? Give it a year or two. So be smart with your money. Don't go chasing after them Jordans for your kids.
Shucks. I had big
you know
plans.
what I'm saying? Don't go after them Gucci slides when them Pumas do the same thing.
Hey, man.
You know what I mean? Like, just think about it. Think about it. That's all I can say. The rest is yours.
Oh, man.
Your checkout future is your checkout future.
Yeah. Shit. Amazon. Now, send it to the crib. Governor Cuomo is approving a low-cost broadband access for all low-income families.
Absolutely. Right? So once again, low income, right? You got to fall within the bracket to get qualified. And then the question is, what's going to be the level of service in this broadband access, right? Right now, I know I have a gig.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Streaming tablets, phones, TVs, computers. Yeah, you need like 600 megabytes or better. You need most people need the gig, but yeah, you need that. Like
exactly.
knowing Cuomo's cheap ass, everybody gonna get a dial up. Yo,
that old AOL shit. It used to get tight when they ain't get all the way across, man. But
remember when it took you all night to download a song?
Yo, you had to set that shit at 8 o'clock and wake up in the morning and be like, yes, the LimeWire days.
Yo, waking up to LimeWire and it frizzing out at 82%. You like, yo, I was almost there.
Word, man. That shit's up.
I don't miss that shit at all.
Not at all. Not at all. And I think the price range is from like $15 to $20 or something like that. And if you're familiar with your internet service provider's rates, this is actually a fucking steal. True. You know what I mean? But it depends. It depends.
Double check what you're buying.
Yes. Call your carrier and see where you lie, and hopefully it works out for you.
Sticking with the business. Coinbase, man. Shout out to Nas. He made a pretty penny with them going live as an IPO.
Yeah. And KD.
KD was a part of that?
KD is he has stock invested too.
I know KD was part of that. Angel investors. Yep. But they went live a couple weeks ago, and I was this close to getting a share too. You know, with the accounts or the apps, you know, they let you they give you the ability to do a quick pre-buy option. Yeah. Where you can guess the amount that it's gonna open at. Yeah. I think they originally targeted 250. Then I heard rumors of 270. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? Let me put 290 just in case. Be safe. Yeah. Man, shit opened up in like 350 out the gate. Blew me out the wall off the rip. I was sick. But you know, they did the old pump and dump. It like jumped up to I think 380-ish. After all the rich got their money out of there real quick fast. Shit tanked. You know, I think it kind of plateaued in the high 290 mark or whatever like that.
Yeah, I think as of today it's at like 296.
Yeah, man. So I don't know, man. If you got it low, I hope you sold high. But hey, it's low. Buy it back.
Yeah, like so it's good. Like follow a lot of the dudes that try and give a lot of knowledge and share gems on this shit. And I think it was Wall Street Trapper that said it like the other day. You gotta be careful with the new IPOs, man, because just like you said, you know, the people that have the majority of the shares, they're already rich, so they're looking to mooch off you. They know everybody's going to jump in early. Mm-hmm. So as their share value goes up, a couple days or a couple minutes in, depending on where it goes, they pull out. And then now everybody else is just losing their money. You know what I mean?
Then the internet, hold the line.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm out of here.
Yep. Yeah,
I'm leaving with the rich.
You just keep seeing your gains go lower, lower, lower.
You'd be like, I put a lot more into this. What happened? Shit hurts.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh man, Kobe's estate didn't re-sign with Nike.
Absolutely. Yep.
It's funny. I was always a high top basketball fan in that regard. I was always worried about ankle support. You know what I mean? But Kobe came out with the low profile models. I was like, oh, if Kobe's doing it, maybe it's the new thing to do. Jordan's been gone for a while. You know what I mean? Then LeBron kind of transitioned and kept the high top thing going.
Yeah.
But Kobe was in between, said, nah, these low cuts, getting them. You know what I mean? I got my first pair of Kobe's, maybe a year and a half ago. I don't even think I wore them yet, but like I was just like, wow. I was like, I tried them on. I was like, oh, this is pretty comfortable. Don't think I'll have the courage to play with these on the court, but pretty comfortable. And then this happened, so now I'm like, damn, this might be my last pair of Kobe's ever.
Yeah.
Think Vanessa go back to Adidas? What's she gonna do?
I mean, it's gonna be interesting for her because depending on who's her advisors. You know, I mean, I don't know how much knowledge she has of sneakers. If she does, that's great because it would be dope to see a female really come on the scene with sneakers and kind of change the game and how it's looked at. There is another female. I hate to digress, but she's known as Track Baby on Instagram. She has her own sneaker line called Tronus. And it's just not bad, man. She got some slides coming out. I think I'm a cop. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I always need some new flip flops, man.
Yeah, but it's gonna be interesting to see what Vanessa does with this because this is Kobe. This is the legacy, and you know, right now Nike's putting a hold on selling any Kobe sneakers until they figure something out.
To shelf the whole Kobe Nike line, that hurts. But hey, business is business.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I know they got some shit in storage. Yo, if I could get those for the low, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hey, if y'all don't want these, I'll
like
take them.
I know they sitting on some pairs like Vanessa. If you get them, like please, like if you could figure out a way to get those out without the usual Nike bullshit, dealing with the sneakers app and all that, that'd be dope.
Cuomo? Oh, this guy, man. All right.
Yeah, man.
The New York State Comptroller has asked the state's Attorney General to investigate allegations that Governor Andrew Cuomo used state resources in the development and promotion of his book on the coronavirus. I'm not mad at him for that. I was like, yo, I got the checkbook. I took it out of the COVID account. It's for a COVID cause. No harm, no foul. But it's illegal, Andrew. So,
dude, all you had to do was wait. All you had to do was wait. Like this is when you step down and you continue the income of all the work that you've done. Obama could have wrote a book at any moment. He could have wrote a book the minute he got elected.
True.
But he said, nah.
I'm gonna wait.
Gather
these stories up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait. We ain't even out of the Pandelina spice yet.
Nope. Spicy.
You still had mad spice coming.
Getting spicy every month.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, he's just,
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. These governors and senators, man, they do whatever they want.
And you know what? It's good that we don't know because we're not supposed to relate to thinking like that. It doesn't make sense.
True. Very true.
If we understood it, we need to be worried.
That as well. A little scary, but that as well. Talk to me.
My man Usher. We're going to jump into celebs real quick because this was really, really funny. And I can't even look at Kenny right now.
This nigga, man. This nigga Usher made his own cash.
So if you don't know, a stripper that was at she's claiming a party Usher threw, said that he threw fake money with his face on it. And she tried to like go viral and blast Usher. But my man's going to update you on the real story.
I got a question too, but he's in Vegas at a party, throwing this, Usher cash, right? Mm-hmm. I'm curious though, like, did he take real $20 bills and just like Photoshop them, or did he print money with? Did it have the same texture feel as a real $20 bill? Just he had these 20s like mocked up for this. I'm curious to know, is it still counterfeit if it's real?
For me, it depends on what it's being used for and where. So like if I throw a party and I say, send your lead bucks, or we call them Freedom Cage Podcast bucks, and we trade them for real shit, it has value. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's no different than I'll give you guys a real quick trick. If you don't have a liquor license, all you have to do is have people buy tickets and then take the ticket to go purchase the liquor. Therefore, you're not technically selling liquor. You are trading tickets for a liquid beverage. So I would assume, number one, Usher didn't print that shit. Somebody printed that for him. Yeah. And the goal was for whoever got these bucks, they would be able to probably go gamble or do something with that buck. Because if it had ultimately no value, then yeah, Usher, that's some stupid shit.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was in Vegas at the party, but he has a new Vegas residency now. So it might have been intertwined in like a promotional kind of thing where he's like, hey, just getting the word out. I'm Usher. You know me. Catalog is deep. I'm in Vegas doing a residency. Ever out here? Come catch a show. But if not, you're going to get these Usher bucks. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. Shouts to Usher, man. Just don't throw it in the strip club because they're going to get angry when they start counting this up. Yeah. Hey, my tips is from the real cash, not the Usher cash. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's funny.
So we're going to get into the stop, think about it moment where we're going to run through several topics. You know what I'm saying? If we're loving it, we'll talk about it. If we're not, we gonna keep it moving, man. So, Jaleel White.
For those that don't know who Jaleel White is, his real name is Steve Urkel, right? You know what I mean? But he's launching a cannabis line. Like, you want to talk about this? You care about it? Let me know.
Just for the simple fact that I love Family Matters, we could talk about it.
He's coming out with a new cannabis line called Purple Urkel. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's he's selling perp. He's impersonating his old self as, Steve Urkel. I seen him in promo with Snoop. He had like the glasses, the bow tie, the high waters, the Steve Urkel outfit. Smoking weed. Like he's just this is what Steve Urkel does now. He smokes weed, got a cannabis line, and it's called Purple Urkel. You know what I mean? I want to get mad at him, but I get it.
Yeah, no.
If I'm a celebrity with disposable income out the wazoo, why not open a medicinal lab?
Hey, listen.
I got the time.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he doesn't have like a crazy line like, did I smoke that? Or if you're familiar with, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're familiar with Steve Urkel, he had a line like, did I do that? Yeah. So I could see him saying like, did I smoke that or some shit like that? It's crazy, but all right. Shout out to Jaleel, man. Do your thing.
Fuck it. Everybody else is.
Do your thing.
I think Belushi got a line. But, I don't know.
All right. So next up, we got Make It Make Sense. Apparently there was a video in a funeral where some people, I guess, snatched a casket out of it. You want to go into this?
Nah, don't.
I
don't.
We're going to let that one go.
I don't.
Niggas. We're not going to stop and think about it. Yeah.
Niggas.
All right. What about the Daniel Kaluuya?
I want to half go.
Okay.
For the Oscars, for his role in The Black Messiah, he won Best Supporting Actor. Denzel didn't get one for Malcolm X. I'm still a little mad about that. So, hey, I'm happy for Daniel Kaluuya.
Mm-hmm.
He's an amazing actor. Hell of a role in the movie.
Yeah.
I just want to give him a quick congrats.
Definitely.
And I think there was one other Oscar winner from the movie. The singer Her.
Okay.
I don't know what the category was, but they won an Oscar for the song that she had on the soundtrack. I don't know if it's like best song from a movie or something like that, but she was able to bring that home. So shouts to them too.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I didn't watch the Oscars, bro. I didn't really care.
No, I feel you. And to your point, I mean, Oscars are waking up, to the inequality of the votes and the winners. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. Denzel didn't get it because they weren't waking up at that time. Now they are, and, Daniel's reaping the benefits. Shout out to him.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Daniel. Denzel had to, step in the building for Daniel to open a door somewhere.
There you go.
So, not mad at that.
There you go, man.
Let me know if you want to talk about it or leave it. George Floyd. They applied for a post. I hate pronouncing this word.
Posthumous.
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 Posthumous. They submitted for a pardon for George Floyd from a 2004 drug charge he got in Houston. I think it's too little, too late. I'd rather skip it. Just
all right. Yeah, I agree.
It's weird. I agree. Like, didn't need it. What else we had here? Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Not too many for this topic today.
Yeah.
I don't know. Last one.
You want to get into this one, Family Jeans, or what happened to Vine?
I fake want to touch both of them. Because I know what happened to Vine. I'm sorry, for those who can't see what we see.
Yeah.
There was a question earlier. We were curious as to know, like, what happened to Vine.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think all of the existing companies just took their technology and kept it moving. You can access short videos on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of them either bought them out or, to your point, just took their technology.
Yeah, you know how it goes. Yep. Same with Clubhouse. There's little audio-only chat.
Yep.
Now Twitter has Twitter Spaces, and Facebook is doing something with live audio. It's like, we see what you're doing. We like what you're doing. We're going to just do it better over here.
Yep.
And we're not going to pay you for it.
Pretty much.
Big guy, little guy, every time.
Yep.
But Family Jeans, skip it or not? Let me know. Talk to me.
I'm gonna stick on this one because I think it's interesting, right? So we all know that throughout our families, there's a typical common trait or gene that we have. Same skin color, weight distribution, specific appearance type.
Big bone.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like there's something that's out there that, like you can tell y'all family, right? Mm-hmm. Then there's always the odd family member out. They are the light-skinned one in a group of us dark-skinned. They're the skinny one in a group of us busty or muscular, people. And, we just wanted to say, like, if you are, because obviously we're not, as you can see, but if you are the odd family member out, like, do you walk into family gatherings like, fuck y'all, you know what I'm saying? do you get treated the wrong way because you've never really felt welcome? Like, do they make your plate smaller because you're skinny, or do they make them bigger because you need, like?
Yeah, man. Let us know, man. We only want to hear if you feel you're the odd family member out.
Yes.
But if you got a story about another family member, let us know that too, because your version's gonna be funnier.
Definitely. Definitely. We want to hear that shit. We definitely do. We definitely do.
Was there any new movies or TV shows you saw?
So, similar to Kenny with Coming to America, I have not seen Mortal Kombat.
You haven't seen it?
Let me explain, right? Let me explain. My wife took me out on a dope date, went to see the Nets game, and guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my late 30s. I came home. My ass fell asleep. We both did. We thought we had mad plans when we came home.
But it's on fire. I mean, HBO Max.
I know. Like, it was weird because Friday, couldn't watch it. Saturday was the fight, which we're going to get into later. And then Sunday, man, I had to get ready for the week. Like, Sunday, I usually lock into my zone. I prepare for the week. So, and then throughout the week, it was just always too late. And I'm going to get into it, hopefully, this weekend.
Hey, do me a favor. When you're about to get into it, shoot me a text so I can go watch Coming to America. Because I can't seem to get on schedule with that damn movie.
Yeah, I'm hoping it. Like, today's Saturday, guys, right? Today's Saturday. So, hopefully, I can't today because, you know what I mean, we got some stuff to do. But maybe tomorrow. I'll get into it.
We shall see.
Yeah, man.
What is this? Concrete Cowboy. Talk to me.
Dope movie. So, apparently, without me giving away the premise of the movie, this is a dope movie that gives you just a totally different outlook on Philadelphia. It's on Netflix. It has Idris Elba, and I can't remember the name of the young actor, but he's been in several really, dope movies. And it's just a totally different outlook on a particular area of Philadelphia. Totally didn't see the premise coming, but loved the movie. Make sure you check it out. It's really good.
Cowboy. Speaking of Philly, did that movie with Meek ever come out?
Yeah. What was it? Something Kings
City
with
of
the
Kings?
bikes.
Yeah,
something like that.
It
Yeah, I
did
saw
come
it.
out, right?
Yeah, it's on HBO Max.
There you go.
Yeah,
I gotta catch that one.
Yeah, that one's good. And then the next one is Two Distant Strangers. So with this one, it's similar to any of those movies you've seen where the person just keeps reliving the same day over and over. And they're trying to figure out why this shit keeps happening to them. And I love the premise of this movie at the end. So if you get a chance, check it out. You got to give it time. You know what I mean? With movies like this, you have to give it time. And I believe it was actually nominated if it didn't win for an award. You know, Netflix be putting out their movies that be doing really good. This one, I believe it either got nominated or won. So make sure you check it out. Two Distant Strangers.
Does anything blow up or anybody get shot?
Somebody does get shot.
All right.
Somebody does.
Because when you said the same day over and over, I went straight to Groundhog Day in my head. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm in the mood for a rom-com.
Nah. It's a totally different. It's a totally different. Like I said, you gotta let it build. Because once it starts to build, you get a feel for where it's going. But at the end, it blows your mind.
Okay. All right. There's a few shows. Snowfall. The finale was recently, and
I don't even know why he talking about Snowfall.
I haven't seen it because I'm still in the middle of season 1. I confess. I know. But me and my wife, we like to watch shows at the same time, but we have more than one show, so some things get pushed to the back burner than life, and I'm gonna get to it, man. But I heard it was really, really good. Can you let me know how good it was without telling me shit?
It's a smooth ending. You know what I mean? It's not much I can say without you anticipating what's gonna happen, but it's a smooth ending. Right. I'll tell you that much. It's a smooth ending. I can't get overreact because anybody that watches Snowfall and saw the finale, it was a smooth ending. It was smooth.
I did see some internet chatter as far as Snowfall versus The Wire. Now that you finished Snowfall,
great question.
Would you put one over the other, or are they both neck and neck?
The Wire.
Wire still, right?
The Wire still. Listen, I'm an OG. I'm sorry. Like, I saw the same thing. Like, I saw people going back and forth. Nah, Snowfall is lit. What is you talking about? There was a lot of shit going on in The Wire that was ridiculous. I'm like, fact of the matter is, The Wire, it was insane. It was insane.
It was
and you don't have Snowfall without The Wire.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? You don't. because that was one of the first shows, I think, that took like a New Jack City and brought it to the neighborhood and really gave you like that real feel of what was going on. You know what I mean? And then they even went as far as to put, I think they asked Omari Hardwick from
Ghost?
Power.
Ghost was in it?
No, Ghost wasn't in it, but they asked him because they was like, if you had to rate The Wire, Power, Snowfall, which is the most impactful? He was like, The Wire, hands down.
I was just,
He was like, hands
yeah,
down.
he better not say Power.
Yeah, nah, he was like The Wire, hands down. Like that show was raw. It covered everything.
Yeah. It's super detailed.
Yeah.
Super detailed. Another 2 shows I started but didn't get to fully get into was SVU Organized Crime. I'm a big SVU fan, but they got a new little I guess offset called Organized Crime, but that was pretty good, the first episode I saw. And it was a doc on HBO Max. It kind of rolled into this by accident, but it was Exterminate All the Brutes. It's the other side of the discovery of America. Through history, we always hear about that story from the discoverers. This one is more so from the y'all was here, fuck y'all want story point of view. You know what I mean? So it wasn't, I think it's 4 episodes. I ran through the first one, fell asleep on the second, but yeah, it was interesting. I gotta finish that. It looked good though.
Yeah, it's funny you mention that because that's exactly how I saw Concrete Cowboy and Two Distant Strangers. Like, there's a lot of movies on Netflix that I don't stop on, but whenever I go to my in-laws, we end up always watching some movie that I would always skip over, and then it's dope. So yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying.
There we go. Mm-hmm. There was 2 albums that came out recently too. Can't get enough of them. Moneybagg Yo, his album's pretty good, and it's not Young Thug by himself. It's his whole damn crew. Yeah. And they put a pretty good compilation together called Slime Language Part 2. That little Uzi song is so damn catchy, man. But yeah, both of them good bodies of work. If you haven't heard them yet, go check them out.
Yeah, I was able to listen to Moneybagg Yo. I thought it was all right.
I didn't like one.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't a big Moneybagg guy earlier in his career. I didn't really get into him till the White Time Served.
Yeah.
That's when I really started going, oh, he's not bad. You know what I mean? And that made me kind of backtrack his early stuff. But I liked him since then. Well, not a full-time fan, but I started checking him out or looking for him more since that album.
Yeah.
He hasn't disappointed. He knows his lane. He knows the beats he sounds good over. I'm a fan.
Yeah, nah, I did a couple run-throughs. I thought it was I honestly haven't gotten the Slime Language 2 yet.
No?
Nah, I haven't, man.
Young Thug's a genius. I used to hate that guy too, man. But Jay kept telling me, yo, Young Thug. I'm like, he had a dress on. He said, nah, but he got the stick under there. I'm like, I guess. But yeah, I'm a fan of his now too. RIP section.
Yeah.
Man, we keep losing hip hop greats weekly. But since the last episode, we lost 2 big guys. We lost Black Rob, he was 51, and we also lost Shock G, also known as Humpty Hump. He was a co-founder of Digital Underground, and also the pathway to Tupac. He put together a majority of Tupac's first album, actually, but he passed away at 57. At this time, I'm not sure still what neither died from, but hopefully the autopsies in a few weeks will give us some more clues. But R.I.P. man. Terrible. Yep. Terrible. Oh, and Bernie died. Shit. I hate to it's not a laughing part, but Bernie Madoff, he died at 82.
Yeah, if you don't remember, Bernie Madoff was the guy that was the head of a very big Ponzi scheme. I see you got here lost about 664 billion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He got a lot of people.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's blinking an eye. We don't like to see people die, but this is one of those where it's like you just turn the page on the paper because of what he did to a lot of people's like life savings.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Yep.
Terrible.
Oh, so this is our favorite time of every episode. Appreciation Hour. So we're starting out with AOC, man. Get into it.
Yeah, man. Back on 420, she said she was working on reintroducing the MORE Act, which is made to expunge rackets and invest in communities targeted by the war on drugs. She's also passing the Safe Banking Act, which will finally let small cannabis businesses deposit cash. Sounds good to me on both fronts. You know what I mean? A lot of local communities that, we frequent went through a very rough patch as far as drugs hitting that area. And she's trying to make them better. One law at a time, one act at a time. But, yeah, man, shouts to her. AOC, man. Alexandria. I think we spoke about her earlier today, but she's great, man.
Definitely.
Super cute, too. But that's another thing for another day. But, yeah, keep pushing the envelope for the locals. We do appreciate you. Another appreciation, Stacey Abrams out in Georgia. She was being grilled by Senator John Kennedy about the provisions she didn't like in the new voter suppression law. And she reamed him as far as he's like, it seems he was kind of had a bravado kind of sense like, what don't you like about it? You know what I mean? Just thinking she'll go, a lot of things. But nah, she had a 13-point Google slide sheet in her head that she just topic number BA, Directive 13. This went on for like a good 3 minutes straight. He was like, okay, we get it. You got a problem with the bill. But we're good here. But yeah, shouts to her, man. Dr. Umar is on my appreciation list. He has some words for Joe Biden on the Breakfast Club where he felt with Joe signing on the the Asian American Hate Act. He signed an executive order to kind of protect those people, and Dr. Umar just felt like, hey, what about the people you said, you're not even black if you're not voting for me? To the black communities, he hasn't really signed anything into law, and we could use a law because we're being killed by authorities often. Not sure what that law would consist of, but anything would be great right now.
Yep, absolutely.
Maybe just if you shoot a black person on camera and you are an authority figure, you go straight to jail. Then we'll figure it out. How about that? Not that you won't get a fair trial, but we need you to sit you behind these bars until we figure it out. No more paid vacations or something like that. You know what I mean? Just something so to have more of an immediate effect to slow down the bleeding of people of color. But yeah, Dr. Umar, he gets my appreciation as well. Young Thug again, him and Gunna. They post bail for about 30 low-level offenders out in Fulton County, Georgia. Dope. I'm not sure what low-level meant, but hey, if there was a bail to be paid, they took care of it.
That's
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was too serious, there wouldn't have been a bail. So hopefully it didn't let any murderers on the street. But hey, if I was selling some nickel bags, got caught, let me go. Those guys got to get free that day. Shouts to Young Thug and Gunna.
So New York State has officially declared December 18th Earl DMX Simmons Day. As you know, we lost him. It's been tough, but that funeral procession was ridiculous.
It was amazing.
Like they had the casket on the big wheeler.
It was amazing.
They shut down Brooklyn like that.
Like the Barclays, like it was really, really humbling and just good to see the energy and love there. Because that's all DMX had for people.
Yeah.
It was really
and I
nice
think they said it was like, 3,000 something bikes? out there?
Something like that. And it looked like it too.
Hell
like, you know
yeah.
what I mean? Yeah, a lot of bikes was out there.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of them weren't registered with the state. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, it was good to see. It was very happy to see a lot of people come out and show love to X, man.
Facts. And I love what Swizz had to say about your paperwork, people. Can't stress it enough. Make sure you take care of your paperwork. You make sure you got a will. You make sure that you assign stuff where you need to assign it. We talked about this a couple of episodes ago, that you got to make sure that you do this because they can come after your estate. And you don't want people that you don't trust or you don't know making decisions with your hard-earned money, properties, shit that you worked your whole life for.
Facts.
Get that paperwork straight. For real.
Yeah, man. You're never too young to make a will, because no matter what age you do it, as life goes on, and, you know, knock on wood, if you're still here, you can always update it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm a millionaire now. We make some revisions, you know what I mean?
And I'm glad you said that, because now you see more younger people getting access to a lot of money and fame. So, don't care what age you are. Protect your stuff. Protect it.
If you have people you love close to you, under you, especially if you have any children, just put it on paper. Yeah. Doesn't hurt. Get with your lawyer.
Absolutely.
Anything else happening before the next episode?
Not really on my mind, except for the fact that we want to wish all the mothers out there a happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
We are so appreciative of you. I know I love my mom. My mom is awesome. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? My sister, his mother is awesome. Everyone, like all the mothers out there, we love y'all. We thank you so much for tuning in. We know all the hard work you do. We know how rough last year was on you, especially before that. So the pandemic just tripled the pressure. But you guys are awesome, man. We want you to wear your favorite sweater.
Yes.
Your favorite cape.
Put your cape on.
And make sure that you get the awesome day that you deserve. We hope that you get it in some form or fashion. And please, man, make sure you love your moms to death, because honestly, you know, we got to appreciate them while we're here.
Yeah, man. Early Mother's Day shout outs to Dorothy, my mother, Jen, my wife, Lillian, mother-in-law, grandma, Miss Marie. Everybody.
Yes. Shout outs
Shay,
to my wife.
Everybody, man.
Yeah. My
Happy Mother's Day.
All that. Yeah, man.
Oh,
For real. So, anything else you have, brother?
Nothing crazy, man. Just, you know, counting these PTO days.
You know it. Listen, we are not out of the Pandelina spice yet. So make sure you are wearing your mask. You're doing what you got to do. And listen, you are now released back into your regularly scheduled programming. Corporate life, parental life, entrepreneurship, whatever it is that you do, we salute you. I'm Senor Lee.
I'm Ken Kapnick.
See you next pay week when we lock back in to a free state of mind.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.